What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. Okay, I didn't think we were going to have to make this video after a few good weeks of iOS 18.5, but as usual, unfortunately, issues are starting to arise here and we need to talk about them. So, first things first, it is the 27th of May. We've been using this update for a couple weeks now, and unfortunately, it has progressively gotten worse. You might have seen some other videos out there, but we have also experienced these same issues, from iPhone overheating to MagSafe charging issues to apps starting to lag. We'll talk about all that here in a minute. But it is true, iOS 18.5 is a mess, and for a public release going on 2+ weeks without a new update, this is very un-Apple-like and very concerning. I'm worried that now at this point, since we are so close to WWDC, all the resources are poured into iOS 19 that we'll get on the 9th, and iOS 18.6 and 18.5.1 are delayed due to this. Either that or these issues are so significant that in the weeks since these releases came out, Apple just can't figure out what's going on to release the patch, which is, again, very concerning and not Apple-like. But let's talk about the first thing first, and that is going to be iPhone overheating. This is something we talk about in all of our videos that we do for updates, but this is something I really wanted to talk about in this one specifically. When we first got the update, we were super excited. The phone was staying soft to the touch, and even right now, from just sitting dormant, it is at a very respectable temperature, 88, 89 degrees all over the device. That's really good to see. During updates, we're seeing high temperatures of 99, 100, 110 sometimes. Yeah, I actually thought what happened was over the weekend I took the phone in the pool to record some footage on the new Whoop band, and I thought that's what triggered some of these issues, but clearly that's not the case since a lot of people are reporting this issue currently. So it is a thing. The more you use your phone, in addition to holding it with the heat of your body, these phones are warming up quite a bit. Definitely not good. And then one of the more pressing issues that we've experienced and that a lot of people are complaining about is with MagSafe. So we have our MagSafe charger here. Say you're going to set it down for bedtime, set it on the MagSafe charger and let it go into standby mode, and you expect it just to work. Well, unfortunately, that's not happening. When it's set and you expected it to charge, it shows the charging animation like it's ready to go, but then, unfortunately, a few seconds or a few moments later, it simply doesn't charge. It acts like it's going to, then it never does, so you're waking up with a dead battery and other issues associated with that. It does seem that Apple is aware of this issue nonetheless, though. If you call them, they'll let you know they're aware, it's a known issue, and it should be getting fixed soon. However, currently, keep in mind, if you charge via MagSafe, this could be an issue you might be experiencing, and maybe wire charging would be the way to go for the near future. So, while we're still talking about charging and battery life, I do want to go into our battery health and show you that we are starting now to significantly lose our capacity. Over the last month and a half or so, we finally lost 3%, with 1% coming in the last couple of weeks, with a cycle count of 259 charges. So getting up there in the charges, but we are seeing a rapid decline now in our battery capacity. It is something to keep in mind here. Battery itself has been intermittently draining. There's no rhyme or reason to it. We don't have a substantially or heavier lift day anymore. It has just been consistent, and for some reason, some days it's making it, some days it's not. You can see we have consistent charging sessions throughout the day, and if you go in the last 10 days, it's all over the place. Pretty interesting. Not sure what the cause is there, but hopefully that will improve in 18.5.1 because, as we know, battery life is one of the most substantial uses for our phone, and we need that longevity. Something else very weird that's been hopping up in the keyboard a lot and in certain apps, touch responsiveness has gotten very weak. So if I'm jumping around right now, you can see it's kind of working and flowing, but for some reason, sometimes we have experienced issues where it would just purely not respond to touch, and we've seen that inside customizing the wallpaper and all that, and long pressing and trying to customize and do different things, and there's a weird glitch for you right there too. It's changing the color of our font unprovoked. But yeah, we're having random issues with that as well. So kind of weird as well. Hopefully that'll get responded to and fixed in 18.5.1, but we'll have to see. Now, what can you do to fix some of these things? Well, unsurprisingly, if you hop into settings and jump into Apple Intelligence, a lot of users are saying if you turn off Apple Intelligence, this is solving the issue. If you are running a device not capable of Apple Intelligence, a hard reset, basically long pressing the volume up and your power button to restart your phone and turn it off and power cycle it, that has helped as well. I haven't done that. I haven't experienced enough issues to turn this off. And again, I understand it's a beta. However, you got to be able to work, right? Apple, come on, get your stuff together. It's pretty insane that I get it's a beta, but turning off a new huge feature that you're preaching and showing ads on shouldn't be the answer here. So if you want to use Apple Intelligence and keep it active and you don't find this solution satisfactory for you guys, what you can also do is power cycle the phone fully. So when you turn it off and restart it, if that doesn't work, charge your battery to 100%. And after you do that, drain it down, knock it out 0% or 1 as close as you can get, and then recharge it to full, and that should help you hopefully improve your battery life. Now, as far as touch responsiveness goes, obviously that's not going to help with that. The power cycle should hopefully do that, but just keep that in mind. It's still going to be very intermittent until we get 18.5.1, which brings us to our calendar here to talk about. So, as you can see, it is May 27th. We expected to have 18.5.1 at this point because we had a 17.5.1 within 2 weeks of that release. However, clearly we didn't get it today. It's possible we'll get it on a Wednesday, but more likely it's now looking like the beginning of June or next Monday the 2nd. That is possibly what we're looking at for the next update. We haven't even got iOS 18.6 yet, and at this point, that's looking like we might stick to the most recent releases for the 0.6 cycles coming after WWDC, which will be on the 9th as well. So we should start seeing staggered releases at some point for current release betas, basically iOS 18 plus iOS 19. In the next 2 weeks or so, as crazy as it is, we're less than 2 weeks away from WWDC, so we'll definitely have some new betas and movement with that. Having said that, if you don't follow the channel, make sure to subscribe and thumbs up these videos. We will be at WWDC giving you all the coverage as quick as possible, so big thumbs up for that. It definitely helps. So yeah, that's it. Again, a little disappointing, kind of crazy, but let us know what you think in the comments below and what issues you've been experiencing with iOS. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.